Why make people depend on you? The most obvious answer would be to have control. But that answer is incomplete. The real reason is colder, more precise, because dependence turns your usefulness into something no one can replace. And whoever cannot be replaced can never be discarded. There is a very widespread confusion about power. Most people believe its peak is independence, needing no one, answering to no one, acting with complete freedom. It is an attractive idea. It is also a trap. Real power does not come from independence, but from building a web of dependencies so deep that your absence becomes unthinkable. When someone depends on you to obtain what they desire, well-being, security, prosperity, stability, you stop being a dispensable element and become a necessity. And necessities are not eliminated. They are protected. The key is not to be good at what you do. Many are good. The key is to be the only one who can do what you do, or at least to make others perceive it that way. Some people achieve this through extraordinary talent. Others do it by accumulating information no one else possesses. And some accomplish it by choosing whom to serve with far greater care than most. Otto von Bismarck understood this with brutal clarity. In 1847, when he was elected to the Prussian parliament, he had no allies, no resources, no influence. He had, however, something no one else dared to exploit: the weakness of King Frederick William. While other politicians sought alliances with the powerful, Bismarck deliberately chose the most vulnerable monarch, the most indecisive, the one who most needed someone to hold him up. He became his shield, his voice, his backbone, and the more the king depended on him, the more power Bismarck accumulated in silence. Years later, when Frederick William died and his successor attempted to govern alone, the new monarch discovered something uncomfortable. It was simply impossible. Every time the prime minister threatened to resign, the king yielded. The man who supposedly served the crown was, in reality, the one who determined the course of an entire nation. Dependence, however, is not always built from strength. Sometimes it is enough to make the other understand that losing you means losing something of themselves. Louis XI of France, known as the Spider King, had in his court an astrologer he admired and feared in equal measure. One day, that man accurately predicted the death of a court lady. The king, feeling threatened by such power, decided to eliminate him. But before giving the order, he asked the man one last question. What would be the astrologer's own fate? How much time did he have left to live? The man answered without hesitation. He would die exactly 3 days before His Majesty. The king never gave the order. From that day on, he protected him, surrounded him with the finest physicians, treated him as a precious asset he could not afford to lose. The astrologer not only saved his life, he secured his position for life. He had turned his own survival into the condition of the king's survival. That is what it means to be truly indispensable. Not that others want you, but that they cannot do without you. There is, however, a cost few consider. Whoever builds a system based on another's dependence ends up inevitably bound to that other. You may control the master, but you cannot escape him. The power obtained by tying another's fate to your own carries a silent price. It ties yours as well. The question few ask themselves is whether that cage, however golden it may be, is still a cage.